hottest race in the valley because it's an open seat and there's a lot of strong competitors. So please welcome Ann Little Roberts. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for having us here tonight. It's always great to have a little bit different crowd, and it's an honor to be here. So, Ann Little Roberts, I grew up about 45 miles from here, spent 3 years after college in Southern California, and realized that this really and truly is a wonderful valley to live in. My husband and I have been married 28 years, and we strategically selected Meridian about 23 years ago. We'd actually lived both in Boise and in Nampa, and decided that Meridian, being the center of the valley, would be our home, and we've been in the same home for almost 24 years now. So, and we have one son who's 20, who's off at college. So that's a little bit about me and how I grew up. I am currently on City Council, so I'm more than happy to address some of the issues that have been brought up. But I do realize that we have absolutely got to be more strategic about how we're growing, because we are growing. We will continue to grow. It shows that we really are that wonderful place to live, work, and raise a family. But never did we realize that we would grow this fast. And we could not have anticipated that. And we do have some things that need to be done differently as we move forward. We've got to have someone that is working very closely with those agencies that do have a very strong say in our roads and our schools. We've got to partner better with them to make sure that we are meeting the needs of our citizens. And also along with safety. Public safety is one of my key issues, because as I've ridden along with the police, I really see what is happening in our society as we grow so fast. And it really is having an impact on our citizens, as you all know. And one of the things that we can help with that is to make sure that we've got enough police, which currently we do not. Right now, excuse me, right now we're down about 20 police officers, and that's not a good place to be. We also need to get another fire station started. We're about to open our first one in 10 years on Overland Road, and it takes 3 to 5 years to even get a fire station open. But with the traffic and the congestion and things that we're experiencing, we are seeing our response times decline, and that is not good. That is not what the citizens need to have that very safe community. We've also got to have someone that can represent, excuse me, I got into something that I'm allergic to earlier today, and I thought I was over it, but so we've got to have someone that can represent our city well to those entities that we need to be working closely with, as well as our neighboring cities and across the state. Because you're right, we are dealing with, when you brought up the cell phones, we're dealing with things that should be a state issue, but so far haven't been. And the reason that we did enact that law, and it took us, I believe, 5 weeks, a lot of discussion, because there are things that we disagreed on. We, all the council, I believe, except maybe one, thought that we should have the handheld cell phone, so it is hands-free, because of the statistics that we are seeing increase in the number of accidents. And that came forward not from City Council, but from our police. Police and fire were the ones that brought that forward. It is a safety issue, but we would love for the state to take that on so that we didn't have to. Because right now, to watch, I believe it was 37%. And so the outcry that we had from the citizens, and I think it ran about 3 or 4 to 1, were in favor of the hands-free ordinance that we put through. Would also, I think someone over here mentioned impact fees. We would love to be able to just set our own impact fees at the cost of what we're experiencing, but the state sets what impact fees go for and how you set them. So I would love to see the impact fees change so that we can actually amortize police cars in that, because right now you have to amortize for at least 10 years. It's got to be capital improvements over 10 years. Well, that covers fire engines, but it doesn't cover police cars. But our police cars are active 24/7. They rotate through police officers each day. So you can't amortize a vehicle over 10 years that's used 24/7 except for being out for maintenance and have it be a viable vehicle after 5 years. So we need to look at doing some things differently that will bring funds in to pay for the issues that we are currently experiencing. But we've got to grow. We will continue to grow. We've just got to do it more strategically. So, yes, question.
Same question before, question maybe expressed a little differently. Can these developers allow more for roads when they build these houses instead of encroaching up right on the existing roads that, as outdated as it is, because you got 2-lane highway and big development going on both sides of the roads, and that adds to the traffic condition. That slows down the police and the firefighters and all the response times that needed for a traffic accident, and they could occur all the time. I was working at Meridian Middle School. I was a groundskeeper. I would be out there. I was watching. I saw a little kid get run over by a car on Linder and Meridian Road. It's all because the traffic is flowing way too fast, and there's not enough control to slow it down, or even make it flow more freely, so they don't have to do that. Does that make sense?
It does, and we need to be more strategic about how we look at easements, because we do need the easements on each side of the road, and that's working with Ada County Highway District when something goes in. We're about to see Locust Grove go to 5 lanes, but yet the Eagle interchange is, Eagle and Overland area is not on the agenda right now. It's on there, but it says future. And so it doesn't make sense to widen one without making the flow of traffic easier to get on the freeway, because that's where it bottlenecks. And I'm guessing that was my timer.
It's your time if you want to give out any contact information.
Yes, it's Anne, A-N-N-E, 4, the letter 4, mayor, either .com or on Facebook. And
Thank you for coming.
Thank
Give her
you.
a big round of applause.
I'm happy to answer more questions afterwards.
All right, we'll continue on with the